Hey guys, this is kind of impromptu, but I figure I might as well show you. These are all of my Pokemon figures. Um, kind of figuring out kind of what to do with them because a lot of these, you guys know I collect Pokemon cards. I'd only ever really get these if they were like really, really cheap or they came with a collection of cards. So I didn't know whether to talk about them with the cards, but then I'd like move them around and knock them over. So I might as well. I'm just going to explain them at least in a general sense, and then I'll probably just make mention of like if in the card like, oh hey, the figures I got, look at this video. So I'll go in order. So Sylveon over here, pretty nice. Got them when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't remember. It was probably one of those collections where they had a figure in it. But yeah, I had this before I started collecting again. This one's one of my favorites. It's pretty cool. I remember this. I got this Mega Gyarados right here. This Giratina, very, very special and important. And these three, Braixen, Frogadier, and what's your name? Qualadin. I'm trying to think of any others. That might be it. I got those four in a collection from eBay for like $33. It was crazy. I'm definitely making a video about it. I think I still have the eBay listing. I couldn't see any of the cards. They all, let me just give me a second. They were all like the back. This is all you could see, just the backs of them. And the reason why I even bid on this at all is because I saw this figure. Now, this Giratina figure, again, I didn't know this at the time because I had to look it up, it was only available as a pre-order bonus for Pokemon Platinum. There is no other way to get this figure. As such, this figure is like, I don't know, like 15, 20 bucks. I don't remember when I knew it when I bought the item, but it's a really, really cool figure, and it's in beautiful condition. So I saw that in there, and I'm like, okay, that's really weird. This might literally just be some kid's collection, and they threw in all their Pokemon cards and figures. Like, if they're gonna screw me, and just give me like a bunch of commons, why would they throw this figure in there? This thing's very interesting. Hold on. These the Kalos starters here, they're like throw-ins. Again, they're really cool. And I grew up on Kalos. Pokemon Y was my first game, so I like them. Interesting note. This Braixen's head is removable. I only know that because it came and its head was off. I was able to put the head back on, but yeah. Last note about Mega Gyarados here. This isn't actually a figure. This was a cake topper that was given. I don't know. You put it on. You'd order a cake, and then Mega Gyarados would be on top of it. It's very weird, and it's very detailed for a cake topper. And so I put it with the rest of the stuff. Why not? Mewtwo, I definitely got when I was a kid, probably in some Pokemon Black and White, blister with it included. Snivy, I got as a kid. Victini, I definitely got as a kid. Charizard, again, one of the really, really cool designs. Like the burnt wing and stuff. I definitely got as a kid. And again, when I got them as a kid, I don't remember where exactly I got them. Primal Kyogre, very, very cool story with this guy. I got in a lot, and I'm not going to make a video on this. Basically, there was a moving sale ad, and in the back corner of the picture, I saw a Pokemon binder. The binder was actually, I'll pull it out. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Of course, it's the one I buried. In the corner of the ad was this Pokemon X and Y binder. I think I just saw this, like the green, and I'm like, oh, okay, I recognize that. It's actually pretty beat up. I had to tape the top. But I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And it was local. So I'm like, okay, let's go. The binder ended up being full of, mostly commons and junk. But I was already there and it was close. And the family was really nice and stuff. And they also had, and I'll show this a little later, like some like cool little like deck boxes that I also collect and stuff. And they had a plastic bag of figures. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. So they had Primal Kyogre, really cool. This Leafeon, which is actually from, I think it might be on the tail or something. It's like from like 2008. This is one of the oldest figures I have. It's really, really cool. And again, really rare and valuable or whatever. So Primal Kyogre, Leafeon, Pikachu in the back there, Noibat, Hoopa, Dedenne, Mudkip, Eevee, that other Pikachu, and Cubone. So again, if we do the math here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was there one more? I thought I remember there being 11. Whatever. 10 or 11 figures, and I ended up paying them like $25 for like the binder and all the figures and stuff. I'm like that was a great deal. I like the figures are really, really cool, especially these two up front. So I really enjoyed that. Funny story about this Jigglypuff. It's actually a Kellogg's toy. It was included with, there you go, exclusively for Kellogg's. I went to a yard sale, and in a 25-cent bin, I got this Jigglypuff and this Pichu, which is actually a pencil topper. Why would you put this on top of your pencil? It doesn't even erase anything. I don't know, but it's a cool little Pichu thing. 25 cents each. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing these. Like, what the hell? Why not? Yeah. This Jigglypuff and this Pokeball was a gift from my cousin when I went over to his house, and he still had his Pokemon collection. He got back into it just like I did, which is pretty cool. But I remember he gave this to me, and I've held on to it. It's an old Jigglypuff figure and an old Pokeball. He used to shut, but the part of here is broken, so it doesn't shut anymore. But it's still pretty cool. Of course, I knock over Keldeo, and he's missing his tail. I got this when I was a kid, hence the reason why it's a little damaged. Blastoise here is from a Burger King promo, and I got him for $1 somewhere at some like yard sale. Again, it's for $1, whatever. Ambor I got as a kid. Mega Mewtwo X I got as a kid. I'll give you a better view of these guys. Mega Charizard X I got as a kid. And we already went through these. Fennekin I definitely got as a kid, and part of like the Fennekin X and Y Kalos thing. He was the starter I chose in Pokemon Y, which is why I like him so much. Excuse me. So yeah, there's that. Oh, by the way, Inkay. That was the 11th one that I got. I don't know why I was blanking on him. That's the 11th figure I got from that collection. So like, even excluding the cards, 11 Pokemon figures for $25. I mean, that's close to like $2 a piece for them, which is definitely like worth it. Here did these guys. These two, you got Reshiram in the back and Yveltal. I'm pretty sure they came on stands like these two, but I lost them because I enjoyed playing with them as a kid. So they're just kind of like, falling over in the corner there. But they're very cool. And lastly, we've got Drillbur, Zorua, Oshawott, Munna. Those four I definitely got as a kid. I found those a little later, and they're huge, so I put them in the back. I need a drink of water. Holy cow. This Vigoroth's pretty cool. I think I got him for like $3 at some like consignment place. And it's really cool because, where's the ear? Is that on his head? Oh, geez. It's on his head. You can barely even see it. It's his 2003. One of the oldest figures I have, again, with that Leafy on. And you do this little gear in the back. You just move his arms. Oh, there you go. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's difficult with the figures because if I'm being really honest, I don't need any more. I will run out of room eventually. But I have a difficult time finding a price point for them because, like, on one hand, like $5 a piece, that's probably a good price point for them. But then if I did that, I'd end up spending, I'm going to places where they have tons of them and end up buying them all because they're all like $3 a piece, $4 a piece. It's really hard. It's I have my Squirtle collection, which I'll probably show off at some point, and I collect all different kinds of Squirtle figures. But these figures I also collect too. Okay, let me wrap this up before it gets really really long. Appleton, small lot on eBay. Nothing too crazy to write home about. But I think Appleton's a pretty cool figure. Baby Zekrom, I definitely got as a kid. Huge Zekrom, I definitely got as a kid. This is one of my favorite toys to play with as a kid because his arms moved. Yeah. So, and obviously I like Zekrom more than Reshiram, because I got the big figures. The last thing I'll mention, these two figures I found at a local like consignment shop. They are part of the trading figure game for Pokemon. Something they tried to introduce. It was not that successful. That's Murkrow, obviously. That's Meowth. Meowth, unfortunately, is missing his tail. So that's kind of, sad. But aside from that, they're pretty cool figures. They were like $4 a piece, and I've never seen them out and about. I know that these ones aren't like too rare on eBay or whatever, but I've never seen them at a yard sale, never seen them at like a flea market, never seen them at like a Pokemon store. I've literally never seen them. So like $4 a piece or whatever, these things are really cool. If you can find like the Charizard, like some of the rarer ones, these go crazy because again, the figure game was not that popular. Actually, if you can find them in the box still, like that's crazy. But anyway, yeah, these are my figures. Yeah, I've enjoyed collecting them. They're not as, something I look for. I look for the cards, but I end up finding a lot of them with the cards. Because again, kids, if they collect the cards, they might collect the figures as well. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you.